Hey guys, Marslinger here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we got a couple of updates in the news today, only for some minor things, but it leads towards a question that a lot of people have been asking, both in the streams and comments. I've seen people talking about it on Twitter and everything, and that is of course going to be the main subject of the video, which is when will we see the release of the Christmas banner on Global. This year, compared to the previous 2 years, it's obviously been very interesting because the previous 2 years, the global schedule was very different, with the release of the Tanabata LR from JP being released at very different times. It's kind of affected the whole of the rest of the schedule, and especially now that it seems to be the case that the New Year's Dual Dokkan Fest on JP is not going to be coming out on global at the same time this year. That obviously affects the timeline as well. So a couple of minor news bits to cover at the start. We are getting a new stage of Super Battle Road, stage 72, Dragon Ball Seekers. This one should be pretty straightforward. There's a lot of various units you can use. I guess I could do a team building guide for this. I've gotten out of the habit of doing the guides for every stage of Super Battle Road, but since this is a newer one, there are a few like free-to-play teams. I think the whole Dragon Ball, the whole Ginyu Force free-to-play team is on there. So there's definitely some interesting options. That will be coming out in a couple of days time. These usually appear in the news 48 hours before the event comes out, so if this is in the news today, it means this should be coming out on Saturday morning, at least for the UK, late Friday evening if you are in the US. So it should be pretty straightforward. A couple extra stones, obviously we'll get the no item rundown for that and up on the channel ASAP. But the other interesting thing is the announcement of more server maintenance. So we had that particularly long one recently that got extended multiple times, but this is just a, what's this one scheduled for? It's 5.5 hours. So this starts on Thursday the 28th at midnight and finishes at 5:35 in the morning. So just over 5.5 hours. This will likely be in the lead up to release either the New Year step up or just whatever the New Year celebration is going to be, and we'll talk about that here. We're going to be going over what happened the previous 2 years, so we can get kind of a snapshot of what the next couple of weeks are going to look like on global. So bear in mind maintenance. This will be midnight GMT is 4 PM PST, and then 7 PM EST. So make sure you've done, logged in and done your dailies and stuff for that day, just in case the maintenance does get extended, and then you should be all good. Normally when they extend the maintenance for a lengthy amount of time, they give out all the daily login rewards and everything, so people don't lose out on those, but make sure you go ahead and do that. So we're going to jump over to the wiki and take a look at the timeline of events from last year. So we've already differed from this quite a little bit, because if we start off here at the beginning of December, bear in mind at the very end of November, this is when the Tanabata LR dropped, which was Trunks and Vegeta. Remember, this year's Tanabata unit was, of course, the LR Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and Global got that much earlier in November instead. Because as we ticked over into December last year, we got the Easy A's from that celebration. There was a new free-to-play LR, but then this was the Carnival LR banner, where we got the Part 2 LR from the Tanabata celebration, which was, of course, Fusion Zamasu. And the Part 2 LR from the Tanabata celebration this year on JP was LR Omega Shenron, and of course he is still MIA in terms of the global schedule. We have literally no idea at this point when he is going to come out. Best guess is probably during January, but we will have to wait and see. And then the rest of December, in terms of new releases, kind of closed out with us getting to sharing the New Year Dual Dokkan Fest with JP, which is obviously to celebrate the release of, well, I say the release, it had been out for a while at that point, right? But to celebrate the superhero movie, where we got the Ultimate Gohan and Orange Piccolo, and then that ended out the year for 2022. But if we go over to 2021, this is where we're kind of looking a bit more like how things are looking now, because if we do jump back over to November very quickly, 2021 saw the Tanabata LR releasing at the beginning of November, which is what has happened this year with the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So we got the Easy A's and stuff that came with that celebration. Then we got Heroes, so this obviously tracks with what we've had so far. And then we got to the end of November here. There was no release at the very end of November, but as we went into December, literally the 3rd of December was the release of the Dokkan Fest Tech, Kale and Caulifla. Now, if we compare that to this year, the latest Dokkan Fest exclusive release was the AGL Android 21, and as you can see, she released on the 30th of November, so it's basically in that same time slot, right? Like 2021, it wasn't the end of November, it was the first couple of days of December, but that's basically where we are matching up to that schedule, right? So then we got all of the stuff that came along with the Kale and Caulifla celebration, and then the LR banner for the mid-December in 2021 was the LR Hit and God Goku, and that released on the 15th of December. You can see that even lines up with the previous year of when the LR banner came out for Fusion Zamasu by just a couple of days. That was the 15th of December, and this year we obviously got the release of the LR Super Saiyan Trio from the Android 13 movie, and they released on the 14th of December. So again, we are on track for this same schedule that we saw in 2021. So, as we moved on, we got a couple of Easy A's. We obviously just got the Android 13 and the physical Trunks Easy A's. There's a chain battle. I'm not sure. I don't think has Global got a chain battle coming up? But this is basically where we are. That dropped on the 24th. We had a World Tournament on the 31st of December. So, good old New Year's World Tournament. There is the possibility that that will happen again. But obviously we have no idea at this point. That will probably be part of the New Year celebration info. So, as you can see, we are very much lining up with the 2021 schedule in terms of how everything has been releasing at the later part of this year. So if we take a look over here at the celebrations that occurred at the end of the year in 2021, we had this separate winter growth campaign celebration where we saw, you can see here, Kale and Caulifla coming out at the beginning of December. All the stuff that came alongside that celebration. I think does it mention the LR banner, or is that going to be listed under part 2? This celebration didn't even have a part 2 actually. So then we went straight on to the winter celebration for the end of 2021. Actually started midway through the month here on the 14th. So as we go down here, there's the Divine Carnival with the Goku and Hit. There was packs and stuff for that. Super Battle Road stage, obviously saw another one of those is coming out soon here. Various story events returning, and then we get up to part 2, and this is where we see, there we go, the Winter Night Dokkan Festival. So this is the Christmas banner. This is what people are waiting to see for Global. This banner will have LR Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, as well as both of the 8th anniversary LRs, the GT Duo and the Majin Buu Saga Duo. And this released in 2021 on the 23rd of December. Because if we jump back to last year for 2022, when did I put that one? I think I had that up here somewhere. They released like really early in the month. It was like the 14th or the 13th. I did think I had a page up for the 2023 one, but I think I closed it just because last year's one is the one that we're the closest to. But yeah, it dropped like midway through the month. So based on last year's schedule, the Christmas banner would already be out. So it seems very much so we are just fully following the 2021 release blueprint at this point for the end of this year. So as you can see, it released on the 23rd. The 23rd, of course, is a Saturday this month. So potentially I could see this banner dropping as early as tomorrow. Friday, because I mean banners have come out on a Saturday before. Sunday is the 24th, which is Christmas Eve, so the banner's either coming out on Saturday or Sunday. The maintenance is not until the 28th, so they're not going to be delaying this banner until the 28th. This is more likely going to be setting up everything for the New Year's celebration, because this is the celebration that dropped at the beginning of 2022, and this is where we saw the release of the STR Super Vegeta Dokkan Fest. So this time slot is where I would imagine we would see the next Dokkan Fest for Global, which is most likely going to be the Tech Super Trunks. So there you go, a couple of little things upcoming, nothing major in terms of content. A Super Battle Road stage, always nice, but not the most difficult event anymore. And then yeah, the Christmas banner coming out potentially literally within the next couple of days. So I will do a separate video talking about that banner and whether I think it's worth summoning on. It should match up to the one that JP got during the Tanabata celebration as well. It is definitely a very good opportunity for you to use your red coins to get copies of the 8th anniversary LRs. But remember, on JP, this banner came out while the Full Power Goku was still out. And when Global copied this format in 2021, this banner, as you can see from the image, had the Tech Gogeta on it, but he was not available to buy with red coins, even though technically on Global he had come out on a banner which had then left, and then this banner came out. But because of the way the format worked on JP, he was still technically a new unit when this banner dropped on JP. So as much as that sucks for Global, especially because it is technically him returning on a banner, I could almost guarantee, based on what they did in 2021, if they change it, that would be awesome and great for the player base. But it's very unlikely that Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku will be available with red coins. But the 8th anniversary LRs, definitely worth picking up if you do not have them. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. When do you think the Christmas banner will be released? Are you looking forward to it? Are you going to summon? Are you just going to buy units with coins? Let me know your plans down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.